With more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes, Welton Rayum is committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. At Welton Rayum, they don't get paid unless you win. They handle complex personal injury claims caused by the fault of another in both state and federal courts. They handle auto, trucking, motorcycle, slip and fall, and bicycle accidents. Call 954-966-4646. That's 954-966-4646. Welton Rayum can help.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
This is the AEW Dynamite reaction show. Dynamite just going off the air. I have to say it was probably one of the better go-home shows heading to All In. And I don't know if that's more the fact that the international audience just, there's a different vibe with the international audience for WWE and for AEW. It is just a different feeling, a different atmosphere, shall we say. So the one thing that I really liked about this show was there was a couple things I not necessarily that I not that I didn't like, but maybe the oldness in me thought, why are so many guys that are on the pay-per-view fighting in top matches? You had the 6-man tag, which had your tag team two of the tag teams in the tag team championship match. You had your TNT title match there. You had your women's champion fight tonight. You had a lot of Chris Jericho fought as well, which, again, for me, Chris Jericho should be an attraction now, not what you got Brian Keith and Big Bill for. Let them handle the dynamites, the collisions. Let Chris Jericho be that attraction. And so we'll see where that goes. The Hook match and everything you saw tonight a little bit. Hook gets choke slammed, the blind, the head comes off, and it was a good show overall. It was a good show. I can sit and nitpick some things that I necessarily wouldn't have done. The MJF, Will Osprey, I mean, they took it up another notch by making it more personal when MJF is, like, how should I say this? So Will Osprey gets under his skin by saying, that he's the best wrestler in the world, and MJF kind of cracks and says, the reason is they stopped liking me is because of you. And then he turns around and makes it personal and says, talking with your wife, you're going to have another kid that's not yours. I just felt like it didn't need that. There's already so much on this match. The first it was the international title, and they changed it to the American title. So you had the legacy of, again, not a long legacy of it, but you still had, everybody that had, earned that title. MJF just threw in a trash can. Will Ospreay's fighting for all of them. Will Ospreay's fighting for himself. Kyle Fletcher, Daniel Garcia. And then now tonight, it added even more to it. And I thought that they had the crowd. I mean, they didn't need to go and make it personal and as personal as they made it. I felt it was already a personal match. When you look back at it, I felt that it was a personal match going into this already. So, I thought they kind of went a little bit over on that. And then Will Osprey in the back getting checked up, bleeding. Bryan Danielson comes in and is like, use it, do it. Giving him, basically the ability, said, use it, meaning the Tiger Driver 1999. He was waiting for Bryan Danielson to come in and tell him that. And that's what he did there. And then Bryan Danielson comes out and you see the American Dragon kind of come out in him leading into, Sunday's pay-per-view. So now, Swerve doesn't get the Bryan Danielson that's thinking of retirement and fading away and all this. Now he's getting the American Dragon. And you've heard, countless people, Jeff Jarrett say something about it. I guess also A. Kingston say something about it. So there's a lot going on in that match as well. And I like where it's at. I really like everything that they did angle-wise for this. Did they go over? I thought they went over the top a little bit on a little bit of the things. But, again, they're also, their first time in Cardiff. They got to give them a show. It's the pay-per-view weekend. So they have to do that in a way. I just felt that, Toni Storm against Saraya. You could have had, to me, you could have had anybody else do that and have Saraya in a better match for her. To me, I felt Saraya was in that match to just get the pin to lead to the attack by Mariah May to set up for more of the All In storyline. They're trying to be like, oh, could she become the speed bump in the match? No, Saraya's not. If you spent all of this leading up to be Toni Storm against Mariah May, do you think Saraya's winning the title tonight? I thought they did a great job. Mercedes Moné, Britt Baker on the mic, the promo at the beginning. Kudos, ladies. She said, you were one of four. I'm one of one. Which actually, I saw a tweet, though, that also went out from Charlotte Flair yesterday that said one of one. So interesting that came out tonight. And then also she was like, you might be the CEO, but I'm the DMD. A lot of good back and forth. And then she never touches Mercedes, but kind of, I don't like the way, I feel like Camille's been beat down too much for her being the muscle. Again, tonight it happened. Like, if she's the muscle, then, it's almost like the China roll in a way, when you look at what she's doing. That's how she should be. And I know Bully Ray had said something about that before, but I just felt like she's been beat down more than she's beaten up right now so far. So, overall, a good AEW Dynamite. You had the TNT title, Jack Perry, Darby Allin team up with FTR and take on the Young Bucks. That match was, again, what it was. It's done. Nobody get hurt and make sure we can make it to the match. The coffin drop. The Young Bucks get pinned. They leave. Then ultimately you have Okada and Claudio. They went to a 20-minute draw. So when will they run that back? I didn't see. I stepped out for a minute, so I don't know if they said they were running it back maybe at Collision or even at the pay-per-view. I didn't see that yet, so we'll see where that leads. But overall, man, going into AEW All In, this was a good show. AEW went all in on this Dynamite show. And again, I know they're probably not going to get the ratings that the show probably deserves. But I truly, truly think that, this was a good show. tonight was a good Dynamite. And again, maybe some of that also was because of the international audience. Again, because every time you're in the international audience, it is one of those, it's a different crowd, man. A different crowd. DeTrapio, appreciate you, my friend. So, Dad, I know you're out there listening. Appreciate you as well. So, we're not on X tonight, apparently, because I made a name change. Apparently, I don't have premium until they okay my name. So we are not on X. We're only on Twitch and YouTube tonight for the Dynamite show. I appreciate everybody's support that's been here. Also on the Dynamite tonight. Let me see. What else did I have? I had some notes here that I want to make sure I got each one. It was an action-packed Dynamite, but again, it really went to just prolonging what they had there. And I think the fact that everything was, in an international in Cardiff, it made that crowd, again, man, they were behind everything. And then I know beforehand there was, again, because again, they are over in Cardiff in Wales, which means the show was recorded and then played back like everybody does. That's why the pay-per-views are at like 2 p.m, but TNT and TBS won't be able to give them 2 p.m. on a Wednesday because they know they're not going to be any people watching. So it was recorded. So I saw a lot of the stuff, but they sat through a Dynamite taping and then 4 more hours, they were still just as loud. It's a different vibe, man. I don't know if it's because, over here, a lot of the WWE, back in the day kind of conditioned the audience when to, and the international audience just doesn't give a damn. They'll start chanting whenever the hell they want, whatever they want. So it's one of those things. That Mr. AEW is in there. Frankie, what's up, man? They had a good show tonight, man. They put it on the line. Are you back from LA? Are you still in LA? If you're there, I appreciate you tuning in, man. Or if you just got back, I appreciate you jumping in and tuning in as well. I tweeted out earlier, I was like, this may be an unpopular opinion, but I think Jericho should not be wrestling as much as he is on Dynamite. To me, that's what Big Bill and Brian Keith should be for. Jericho should be the attraction. Because, again, and the reason I say that is I just don't understand the Big Bill, Brian Keith, and just, I understood when Brian Keith was injured, but now he's healed. Why isn't he fighting these guys? So you can show what they're learning under the learning tree. You know what I'm saying? Like there's where I think they're missing something there. And not that, look, man, I know Jericho can still go. I know Jericho can still do it. I know he went on like a podcast. He's like, I still got 6-pack abs. I still know what the audience wants. Yes, but I feel like you need to be the attraction, man. Like, it's just like, it's one of those things, man. I agree. Just Christian Cage does it well too. I believe he only fights when he has to, almost in a way. I mean, hell, he refereed in a turtleneck. You tell me he ain't living his damn best life? Refereeing in a turtleneck? And Frankie, we'll get together and we'll record our picks so we can post them out as well. Yeah, we do need to do our picks. Yeah, because I'm already kicking your ass. So, oh, that power bomb and the thumbtacks is going to be so good. I spun the wheel already, and that's what it landed on. So, you better hope you don't win. You better hope you win because right now you're 2 behind. So I might just pick the same as you, just so I stay two ahead. I think that's what I'll do. Every pick you do, I'll just be like, yeah, all right, Jericho. Yep. All right, this guy. All right, yep. And we'll see how it goes. But overall, man, again, I was looking at some. I didn't look at spoilers because I wanted to watch a thing, but everybody was saying it was a good show. Instead, there was a couple of tweets that said one of the best, go home Dynamites they'd seen in a while, and I have to agree with them. Everything there was well done. Again, I thought they kind of went over the over the top on the MJF, Will Osprey thing, but also maybe because again, they're in Osprey country now. So now you get the heat on MJF for doing it. I didn't know why it needed to be so. It's one of those things in AEW where I feel like everything goes personal. Swerve, Bryan Danielson, even every Swerve thing goes personal. Tonight it was MJF and Will Osprey. You know, it's like they bring the wives into it. They bring I mean, I thought there was enough there already for this match. And then you add to it. So we'll see where it goes. I felt that Darby and Jack Perry kind of lost a little bit since when he's trying to set him on fire and he challenged him to the match. Ever since then, I just don't feel like it's had the same draw as the rest of them. I get Jack Perry remade the belt and all this stuff, but like, I don't know, man. I just feel like they've lost something in that match, but they picked up a lot on all the other matches. I mean, the Britt, Mercedes Moné, Toni Storm, Mariah May, of course. Even the triple threat tag team match, it's going to be interesting to see if the Young Bucks can keep it. And then you've got, what else we've got that night? Of course, Swerve and Bryan Danielson, Ospreay, MJF. I mean, it's going to be, I'm sure there's like 16 matches. I'm sure they're going to add some. You've got the Casino Battle Royal thing or Gauntlet, which now Adam Page is in. And don't forget, Orange Cassidy won the match, so he's number 1. So I'm wondering if something goes down the line and they play it out to where, because remember, Roderick Strong was the one that got left out the last time, and then they did a match with him afterwards where he got his match because he was waiting to come out and then a pin happened. I'm wondering if they show the backstage area and like Adam Page is ready to come out, and it's 1, 2, 3. And he's cheated out of his chance to get it Swerve again. I would do it. But we'll have to see, because don't forget, All Out happens 2 weeks. There's a Sunday off, and then the following Sunday is All Out. So they're not back-to-back pay-per-views this time, but there's like a week in between. So we'll see what they do. So we've got AEW this weekend. And then you've got WWE the following. Actually got Bash in Berlin, and then NXT is 31st. Is that this month or next month? No Mercy. I think No Mercy is the 31st, if I'm not mistaken. Or no. No Mercy, I believe, is September 1st, right? Frankie, help me out, NXT guys. Because Bash in Berlin is the 31st, because that will be Saturday, the 31st. So is NXT the next night? Do I have that right? Let me see here. Bear with me for a minute. Just checking my handy dandy here. The 31st is No Mercy? So wait, when's... All right, now I'm confused. Because you've got... So hold on a minute. Why they got so much crap here? So Money in the Bank, NXT Heatwave, SummerSlam. Bash in Berlin is August 31st. No Mercy is September 1st. So the Saturday is the Bash in Berlin. Sunday is No Mercy. So WWE, it's a full WWE weekend. So it will be, so next weekend, this is AEW's weekend to shine. And then next weekend, it'll be, the flip, and WWE will go at it. They'll have the Bash in Berlin on Saturday afternoon. And then, of course, No Mercy, which do you believe? It's going to be interesting. I saw that, and I was like, I thought of Frankie Fresco as soon as I saw that. I was like, oh, my goodness. They got him over. So, or they put him over, actually. He's gotten over. I mean, that's not even a thing anymore. But overall, AEW Dynamite tonight, it was all in. They went all in and they delivered tonight. That is my final ruling. Don't forget, follow me on X. I'm at Stanley Media _11. You can follow me at Stanley Media House on IG and Threads. And then, of course, Stanley Media House on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you, everybody that's tuned in today for the AEW Dynamite reaction show. And looking at the attendance tonight is a record crowd low. So thank you, AEW Dynamite. I appreciate you. And those that did not watch AEW Dynamite, if you're listening to this, I'd go back and listen and watch it as you head into AEW All In this Sunday. It was a very good show. Myself, Frankie Fresco, they will throw in a guest panel of pickers. We'll figure it out. But be on the lookout. That'll be coming to the Stanley Media House Network YouTube channel as well, because Frankie's got to go through a table, baby. And in the words of the great Gordon Soley, so long from the sun, shine, state.